Day grade 8, I go by the name of Miss Kakamato, and today on technology subject, we are going to be learning about structural members. So I hope you recall that last time we learned about different types of structures, like a frame structure, solid structure, and so forth. Today we're going to be learning about their members. So what are they? They are individuals that are parts that make up a structure. Every building, tower, and structure or building or bridge is made out of different types of members that work together to carry load and keep the structure strong and stable. Let's take, for instance, the chairs that you are sitting on. The chairs that you're sitting on are all made out of different parts that work together to make sure that they support the weight that you're sitting on. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the legs of the chairs. I'm talking about the seat that you're sitting on, even the back seat that you are sitting on. They all support you as a person sitting on the chair. And those legs, those seats, those back seats are all members that work together to make sure that you are steady and supported. So I know that you are getting the drill that what I'm talking about. But all of those things we call them the types of structural members. Ne? They are all types of structural members. So there are four types of structural members. There is a beam, there is columns, there is struts, and there is tiles. And we are going to be patching them up one by one to know what each and every one of them mean. So grade 8, I want you guys to follow my lead by writing these four types of beams on your writing books, and we will tap into each and every question together. So if I may ask you now, the table that you are sitting on, which ones are supporting you by writing on top of them? The the legs. Oh, okay, boy. What was your question? Yes, that's what we're going to be tapping onto. Even the front, the base, is it the base? The front top of the table. Again, it has legs and it has the top part. The top part supports you that you can write on top of it. So those are all the parts that support you so that you can write on top of the table. And all of those parts are structural members. So on your books, you may write structural members. I hope you guys can see from the board. What is today's date? Okay. So we're going to be focusing on types of structural members. So the first one we have beams. So beams, please follow my lead by copying from the board and then I'll explain later. Okay, everybody, please focus by looking at the board. So structural members, types of structures, we have beams. Beams are long members that carry loads across a span, and then columns are upright members that carry loads vertically. And then struts are members that resist being pushed, sorry for my handwriting, pushed together, which is compressed. And then tiles are members, sorry, again for my handwriting, that resist being pulled apart from the tension. So I have done a little bit of diagram here. If you can see, compressed, two of the things coming together, and then tension, which is pulling it apart. So I'm gonna do a little bit of demonstration here. I knew I said I was gonna show you guys a picture, but I want you to just see what I'm talking about. Uh, uh, Columns, beams, tiles, and struts. So here we have a beam, right? It supports the load. Let's take a calculator for instance and place it on top of a beam. It supports the structure from loads. And then columns, they support the structure vertically, they carry load vertically. And then here we have the tension here, and then here we have compression, if you can see. And this is how loads carry themselves. Pause. So look around us, look around the community, look at the bridges and electricity police. Ne? Different structural members, engineers they designed those things carefully. These members go these members are so that the whole structure is safe and stable. So engineers created different types of members to support structures around those type of structure, like a bridge and the electronical police. So without the correct beams, the correct columns, the correct struts, and the correct tiles, the structure could collapse and cause accidents. As you can see here from this structure here, imagine if these ones were not strong enough. Would it carry such a heavy load on top of it? Like let's take a bridge for instance. If the columns and the beams were not structured well, and the tension was not equal, and the compression was not was not in resistance, do you think cars would have been able to pass? If the structure was not correct, the car wouldn't be able to pass, and it would have collapsed and caused damage. So summing up what we have learned today, we have learned that beams carry loads across a span, and we have learned that columns carry loads vertically, and we have learned that struts resist compression, while ties resist tension. Any questions, learners? Oh, a table, for instance, we did that one, but let me explain it again. So, a table is you sitting on top of your chair, and you put your hand on the chair, and then make sure that you write. The legs are part of the columns, correct, and the tension is underneath, and the frame on top of the legs of the table are called the beam. That's correct. And then on top of it shows compression because it resists compression. Nice one, grade 8, and thank you for listening. Bye.